What's going on? So I'm back with the 80 here. I got some stuff in the mail, so now I'm going to be able to torque on the rear sprocket and put the rear wheel assembly on the bike with all the brake and everything. So I got the wheel off the bike now on the bench, so now I can just take these old bolts off and then put these new bolts in. Brand new. So again, I'll look up the torque spec for these and then put them on there. Okay, so we got everything torqued up on the sprocket now. So those look much better than those old rusty bolts. So now we're gonna throw it back on the bike. So this here has to go on with it. So I got new brake pads for it, so I'll put them on right now. The new brakes on, so they're assembled. So now we'll turn around, flip the camera around, and we'll put everything back on the bike there. Never put one of these back together before, so we'll see how it goes here. So as you can see, I was having some issues getting this inside the drum there. So I did the measurement across here, and it was 86 point something millimeters, and I measured the inside of the drum, and that is 84.6. So these Tusk brake pads are not gonna fit. So what I might have to do is just file down each side here on the brake pads a little bit until I get within spec there. And if I can't, I can always use the old ones. So I'll try and file these down a little bit, see how easy they come. So unfortunately, these new pads aren't really gonna fit. They're gonna take quite a bit of modification, so I'll do that at another time. They're quite a bit bigger than these ones. I was just gonna grind down this piece right here, grind it in, but it has to, each side has to be ground down like almost a millimeter, maybe more. So, and they have to be done evenly, otherwise one pad is gonna grab harder than the other, and that's no good. So these pads look well within the service limit, and they fit in fine. So what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of sandpaper and some brake clean, and I'll just try and take the glazing out of it, just kind of go over it with the emery cloth or something, or some sandpaper, and just spray it off with brake clean, and that should do the trick. So as you can see, I went the opposite way with the sandpaper against the grain. It took a little bit of the glazing out. You can see this one here is a little bit more shinier than that one. So that's kind of what you want there. That'll work. That'll give you good braking. So I'll do the other one now. coming along good now. Next up is I gotta put this bar in, and then that's probably as far as I'm gonna go. Alright, so I got this stabilizer rod in here, and I'm gonna have to do a little more tinkering around trying to get this in the right position. That's for the brake lever and the cable to fit up into the back of the brake pedal. But like I was saying, I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on there with that. It works okay. It doesn't hit too bad. I think if I just bend it in a little bit and then bend this out a little bit, it should be okay. Right, I'm back for round 2 with this rear brake. I've got the arm figured out there. There's 2 little dots on here that you got to line up. So there's one on the arm itself, and there's one on the spline. So you just got to line them up, and then that's where it's supposed to be when you get it in there. So I've got to torque that bolt in there, and I've got the bar on. I've got this kind of just loosely in there because that brake's got to come out. We're ready for the chain on this side now, so I'll do that first, and then I'll get everything torqued in. We got a primary drive chain 420. It comes with a master link, so we'll get that out of the box and we'll get it on the bike. Chain on, looking good. So now I just need to find the spec for the slack, and then just adjust these to whatever I need to, and then torque the bolts down. I got the chain slack adjusted now. It's the first time I've done it with this style, so it took me a little bit. So it looks like the spec is 30 to 35 mil. So they say they measured about there, so looks about like it's within that spec. So I'll go ahead and get the torque spec now, and I'll torque that axle nut down. Alright, we're torqued in now. Looks like it spins pretty freely. So I torqued that down to 75 foot-pounds. It's the spec is 72, but I just went 75 just because everything's bloody old in it. So just go a little bit more is not going to hurt anything. So now I'm going to go at the brake here, and it's all loose and everything. So you see it goes way further than it should. So I kind of got to tweak everything into so that it tightens up a little bit, because this little adjustment rod under here needs to be tightened up. we got it all installed now. Finally figured the brakes out. We're getting some good brake action now. Doesn't take much to push the pedal to make the brake stop moving, but everything spins pretty freely. So I'll know more when I'm able to actually ride it, but until then, I'll call that good for now. This brake pedal does have to come off because I might as well paint it, make it look nice like everything else. And I'm probably gonna have to bend it out a little bit this way and then try and straighten it back so that it ends up being out here a little more, so that's easier for me to hit it with my foot, because right now I gotta kind of pigeon toe in to get a hold of it. So I'll tweak that as I go, but we'll call that a win for now, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so up next we got the ProLink stickers. I just put these in because these are gonna go on after, but of course I got to do the plastics up first before. This is gonna go on the air scoop, and this is gonna go on the side of the fuel tank, so that'll be later on. But for now, I'm gonna put these ProLink stickers onto the swing arm of the bike there, and I want it to go a little bit year correct with the stickers, because I was gonna go as close to original as possible with the bike, but again, I couldn't get a hold of the flash red paint, so I just went black for now. And I might in the future redo this bike back to a more original look, but I think it's going to be pretty good looking with the black. So we'll have to wait and see with the plastics. I'm still waiting on some paint thinner I want to use for the plastic restoration. There's a little recipe that I seen on online there that I'm going to try on the plastics. See if I can bring the shine back to them, make them look brand new. But other than that, we'll get to the ProLink stickers and see how that turns out. What I try to do when I'm putting the stickers on is I try and get the middle cut out a little bit, so that when you stick it onto the arm, you can kind of place it around, and then when you get it exactly where you want, then you peel the back off, and you use this little strip of sticky in case you screw up. So if you kind of make it crooked or whatever, then it's easier to pull it off and then re-stick it. Got the one side on there. It looks pretty good. As you can see, I use the heat gun to heat it up just a little bit. You always want to put your hand where your sticker is and see how much heat's hitting it. You don't want to boil your sticker or paint or anything like that. So we'll move on to the other side now. Alright, so I got this side all done now with the ProLink sticker. So now both sides are done. The swing arm, got the stickers on. So that about wraps it up. Okay guys, so that's gonna do it for this video. As you can see, the bike's pretty much assembled behind me. The next video is gonna be probably getting the plastic and the pipe done. And after that, I'll be able to refill the bike with the fluids and get a start video going. So if you want to see that, make sure you like this video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notifications bell so you get the notification when the next video goes up. We'll see you then.